dying, Sam.
Shut up. Ezekiel, he's a good soldier.
There was a chance I can fix your brother from the inside.
I'm trusting you, Zeke.
Metatron tricked me. He took my grace. That's why I'm human.
There's no putting the angels back in heaven.
Heaven is locked. Damn it, Cass. There's a war on, and it's on you.
I know who you are, and it isn't Ezekiel. Gadriel.
You intend to be the ruler of this new heaven. I will join you as second in command.
Here's the first name on your to-do list.
My name is Abaddon. War is what I do. It's my job. I can get you new bodies. And we will march into hell. And all the humans and all the angels will bow to me.
Angels are slaughtering one another.
It's open warfare.
No one will survive this war. I did what I had to. Got my grace back.
No! Good.
Jensen right here, gentlemen. One here, right there. Yeah? And she's hot?
First of all, you guys have shot almost 200 episodes of Supernatural.
Correct.
That's insane. That doesn't happen very much.
Not
What's
very often.
the secret to having a successful TV show?
Yeah, I think after 187 episodes, we're still trying to figure out the secret.
No.
No, I'm serious. It really is. It's the stars aligning. It really, you got to have a great script. You got to have good material, good characters, a good crew, and we just happen to find a really good bunch of people to make a really quality good show. And luckily, it found people that enjoy it, and it continues to find new people. I mean, the whole Netflix thing has started a whole resurgence of our
Netflix and whatever the iTunes. I think we were kind of too busy to realize. I think maybe that's what it is. You stay busy and you kind of just keep your head down and work, and then all of a sudden you wake up and it's season 9 and
Yeah.
you wonder what happened.
Season 9, fans of the show want to know what they can expect. What's coming up next? What is that laugh? Is it more secrecy?
I don't even want to be secretive. I think we're in this position right now where we're sort of playing. Luckily, our writers are very involved with the fans through Twitter or Tumblr or however, and so there's a very give and take relationship, which I think separates our show from a lot of the other shows that are just independently sort of they do what they want to do. So I think a lot of the fans have asked for a lot of the Demon Crowley and maybe Misha as Castiel and some fighting brothers and some resolving brothers. So I think there's a little bit of all of that.
We basically have a multi-million-dollar test audience.
Yes, exactly.
No big deal.
Which is, every writer's dream.
So out of all the monsters you guys have had on the show, who wins? When the apocalypse comes, who is going to win? There's so many shows out there with vampires, werewolves,
Yeah, sure.
We've seen a lot of different monsters.
They lose. Vampires and werewolves, they're pretty easy. They're one of our easier bunches to kill, vampires and werewolves. I think Lucifer probably makes that all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucifer. Okay, season 10 is basically happening. It's basically been confirmed.
Well.
Reenact your face when you heard that season 10 was coming back. Go.
Well, we haven't been confirmed.
I said basically.
Yeah, basically.
Look, I think Jared and I share the sentiment, and we don't like to count the chickens before they've hatched. So we never want to assume, and I
Okay.
think that's gotten us to season 9.
I think we'll be very happy if it happens.
Yes, and we'll be very humble, and we'll continue to work hard, and that's what we do.
Okay, just pretend you just got confirmed for season 10. What's your victory dance?
Honey, I'm sorry, I'm going to be in Canada for another year.
I'll see you in 12 months.
I'll see you in another 9 months, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm doing a really crappy sort of tap dance.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that was.
I wouldn't really either.
We'll speed it up. We'll
Too
make it
sort of,
really
like,
cool.
tight into a tuxedo to figure it out, but I'll figure it out.
It was like the river dance on Quaaludes.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I was doing.
it's
That's
a
what I was
lewd river dance.
That's what I was going for. All right.
There you go.
Last question.
We're both from Texas. so
3
we do have
things you need to survive award show season. Go.
a thinner suit, apparently. We didn't know it was going to be 85 degrees here.
Peppermints.
3 things. A beautiful date.
Imagine like when you're on a red carpet, it's like, I'm hot, I just want to go sit down, have a drink. Like, you don't necessarily want to.
That's my to interrupt. My feeling on red carpet It's like, I heard Tom Hanks is going to be here, Ben Kingsley's going to be here. Some sort of like, I'm just going to get out of everybody's way in case Tom Hanks shows up. Like, I don't want to be the guy. I went to a...
realize that we're just simply warming them up.
Yeah, we're just...
Yeah.
No.
This is no
Here's
camera.
me
This
cursing,
camera's not even on
cursing.
right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
just warming them.
No, you guys have the biggest fandom. Are you kidding? I just did a bit where I talked to the camera about you creepily.
No way.
Yes, you guys, Supernatural's huge. I mean, what? Come on.
It's fun. It's
We
cool.
have some awesome fans that
We do.
have kept us, which is why we're still standing here today. So
Many
yeah.
of your fans do not even know who Tom Hanks is.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. Guys, I mean, like I said, you have a very active fan base. When it comes to criticism of the show or your performances, who's harder to deal with, actual critics or people on Twitter and the internet?
You know, I gotta say, and I say this, we take part in a lot of sort of convention scenarios where we get to meet fans face to face and talk to them. And I always say I would rather be complimented by them than complimented by a critic, because I feel like they would look to us for their favorite show. So a critic, though I respect them obviously, and if any critics are watching,
Well, we are at the Critics' Choice Awards.
we are. So if it's their choice, but I feel like we don't make the shows for the critics; we make shows for the fans. You know, we're not making a show for however many million critics. We're making it for the fans. So if it keeps somebody happy, if it keeps somebody waking up and excited, then my job's done.
In your own life, who is your hardest critic outside of work?
Myself.
Yeah, I'd have to say myself. I
No,
mean,
I'm harder on you.
Well, yeah,
In
that's
fact,
true.
you're wrong.
But I don't listen to it.
Bad job.
Again, I'm not listening. I look. I kind of wait weekly for the weekly phone call when the show's running from my father, who gives me kind of a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Rarely a thumbs down, but it's it's something that I look forward to. But yeah, as far as critiquing, look, the critics have a very eloquent way of critiquing us, which I appreciate. Sometimes the fans can be not so eloquent in their critiques, which might affect you more. So I think there's a different level of effectiveness that the critics have. But I think they're very valid in what we need them. We need them as much as they need us. So.
Like the amount of F-bombs that was in Wolf of Wall Street, you guys hear that like every day? 506.
506. Yeah, that's basically before breakfast from our grip department. So
That's right.
it's not a big deal.
Guys, if I may ask you, I'm going to turn the tables a little bit. No pressure. You can abstain. But if you, we're going to rate this interview on a scale from 1 star to 5 stars. 5 being best. How did I do?
How did you do?
How did I do?
Do you deal with halves as well? Is it
simply
integers
the
or are
test
we?
run for her.
Yeah, we're the test run.
She's like, how did I do? Because the camera's not actually rolling right now. We're waiting for Tom Cruise. Is it a 5-star or a 1? You know
Do
what?
you deal in halves?
Sure, you could do like a 1.5.
What's the conversion rate? Because we just came from Canada this morning.
Guys, I'm a host. I don't know math.
I'll give you a 5. Pretty awesome. Pretty engaging.
I'll give you a 5.5. Oh, boom, boom.
Nailed it. Tom Hanks.
Critics,
Off the
you did
charts.
good. You did good.
I appreciate you giving me good criticism on
You
that.
got
You guys, thank you so much. And seriously, as a fan, I'm going to go freak out now.
Awesome. Very
To
cool.
the no camera over here.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, yeah.
right,
The
right.
coolest, actually,
Awesome.
the coolest camera I've seen. Yeah.
That's right.
That's pretty
That's a nice rig, man.
sharp.
Well
yeah.
done.
You need the camera back around that.
Bye. Nice.
We're in Canada this morning shooting the show. Just flew in to our 85-degree weather here at the beach.
Right, yeah, when we probably took off, I was in a jacket and a scarf and a hat, and then we landed. I'm sort of
We're sweating
dripping
now.
in the
This is
airport.
ridiculous. Yeah, we haven't
Trying to
acclimated
picture
ourselves.
myself. That's all right, it happens.
It's going to be fun tonight. Excited to see who?
I'm excited to see Aisha. I haven't seen Aisha in a little bit. I haven't seen her since Comic-Con. She's a doll, so I just can't wait to kind of say, hey, give her a big hug.
Well, she's
big
talking
house
about
for the evening.
at least 5 to 6 outfit changes.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Why?
all right, I'm gonna
Why?
count.
When did that become like the industry standard?
I'm just doing 3.
When
This is what women do.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel sorry for that poor girl with
It's
the
like a
style.
pit crew. A quick change. Somebody's back there.
Oh, I have no
She's-
doubt.
she's-
I'm
she's
sure they've got it down.
Fit, so she can do it. If anybody can do it.
9 seasons for Supernatural. What do you think it is?
187 episodes. I think that's roughly works out to be
You
about.
do the math?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it? I don't know.
You know, I don't know. I think from the very beginning, Eric Kripke created a story and characters that resonated with people, and it continues to reinvent itself. And I think as long as we can continue to do that, we'll find an audience somewhere. And so far we have. So.
It feels like I think we've been helped by the general social media movement, because I think our fans, though we don't get as many viewers as American Idol or something, they're very passionate and vocal, and they speak, and they now have a voice. So it's been kind of nice. It's been a nice kind of change in mediums.
Well, guys, enjoy tonight. Good to see you. Nice
Really
to see
good.
you.
And back to Canada tomorrow, huh?
That's right.
All right, well, have
Thanks,
fun
bud.
tonight.
All right, see you later.
Good to see you guys.
Coming up, Supernatural stars Jensen Ackles
Please
and
welcome
Jared
two guys
Padalecki.
I'd ask to take their clothes off, but only because it is absolutely critical to the artistic integrity of my film. Stars of the CW hit Supernatural, Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki.
Prehistoric cave dwellers and a talking snowman.
Little yellow minions, a short green cyclops, and flying machines.
Welcome to the worlds of the 5 nominated animated features.
Best Animated Feature.
And the Critics' Choice Award for Best Animated Feature goes to Frozen.
Well, first off, I have to say we are humbled and amazed at how the response has been, and especially to the film
emotion
and the
that keeps
music.
getting expressed by our artists when we see them at the studio is joy. So thank you, BFCA, for bringing this joy tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Welcome to directing.
Yeah!
You know, and I was just thinking, and all you fuckers, you just stood by. Yeah. I was thinking, you're not my friend, Brad.
You see, as he came
You're
out
not
on
my
the
friend,
way,
Gavin.
his eyes were on me, and he kept on like looking back at me.
You're not my friend.
We get paid for this, Misha.
I have no friends here.
We're all friends. Hug it out, hug it out, hug it out.
The redhead right here, yes. When are we gonna stop fighting and kiss and make up? Or just make up? Or just wear makeup. Or just wear makeup. Well, that's too late for that. You know, I don't know. This has been a pretty rough year for the brothers. In fact, I'm not sure that the relationship has been this strained ever. And it's tough. You know, I was talking about this with somebody else earlier, and just how they were asking how if it's difficult to play that throughout a whole season because it's, you know, we're good friends off camera, and the brothers are so close on camera that to have that kind of that beef with each other for an extended period of time, what that does, how that takes its toll. And, I mean, I think the good thing is that Jared and I have become so comfortable with jumping in and out of character that we can play the scene the way it needs to be played, and then we can leave it, kind of leave it all on the field, you know, and not take it home with us. So, you know, we can remain cordial when the cameras aren't rolling. But barely. But it is kind of tough. It's tough because, you know, there's an ebb and flow that happened with Sam and Dean, and has happened for quite a long time. And when they kind of disrupt that and they take that away, it just makes it that much more difficult, you know, to play those scenes with each other. But at the same time, it makes for good drama and good TV.
It's also been a nice, I think this season specifically, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have figured this out, it's been a nice kind of flip-flop of season 4, where Sam sees Dean kind of going through something,
and Sam's getting worried and going like, buddy, this is kind of taking control of you, and Dean is choosing to ignore it. And we'll see a lot more of that as the season progresses, because we know a few things that I think it's nice. It's nice to flip the switch a little bit and to see.
Well, it's a bit of a role reversal too.
Yeah,
I mean, because back when the whole demon blood thing happened,
yeah, exactly.
But the one switch is that Dean was like, okay, well, I'm going to do everything in my power I can to help him along and to protect him and to be there for him whenever he needs me. And with this situation, Sam's the exact opposite. He's like, listen, I'm not going to say it. And that was
boo Sam.
So I think for Dean, that's been a very, very jagged pill to swallow, and he's had to. He really kind of scraped the bottom of the barrel this season. I mean, he partners up with Crowley, and he's doing things that just normally Dean would never even consider. So I don't know. I think it's been a rough go. Right here, the glasses.
What season was you? I don't know. I think probably there were bits in season. What was last year? 8. I'm sorry. Has his hair changed? I think 8. Yeah. You know what? I think I kind of dug season 4. It felt like it runs this weird kind of gamut. The problem. You know what? I don't know. I'm being honest. Has your hair changed? Has your face changed? Yes. I think 4.
It was kind of short in 1, but I think since then it's been just long hair.
Has it? It has been different, right? You need to watch the show more.
Okay, you gotta understand something.
I have to see a diagram. What was your favorite? See, that's why Justin Bieber has the season 1 Sam hair. Not Justin Bieber. Yeah, I think season 1 was fun, but it was sort of like, I think season 1, they probably got a phone call in Vancouver from the network in the studio going like, okay, so listen, Jensen Ackles, he plays Dean Winchester, you can give him short hair. Now, Jared Padalecki, he's got a pretty large forehead, cover it up. So I think they just cut my hair, so it was like just kind of, and then finally it was like, you know what, it's not gonna stay. And we did so many, I think there were so many, literally at this point in time, I'm just thinking about performance-wise, because if it's windy and my hair goes like that, it's like, okay, well, we're doing that take again, or I have to find some way for Sam to like have a gun and go, which actually doesn't look as cool as it just looked. But it ends up, and then we have some parts where there are wind machines, and I've got this full on. I think they do it to be mean to me sometimes. I think the writers are like, we should put Sam in front of like a portal, and the wind is blowing really hard, and like he has to climb. And the hair is, yeah.
We should talk about hair?
Yes. So then, the other day, when I was like doing my hair,
Wait, I have a question for you. What season was Dean's hair the best? It changes all the time. No one does it, neither does his. What are you talking about?
Who is it?
It's Audrey? Alright, well, I'm gonna apologize because once this starts.
He's taking stuff back. We're gonna go same table behind you. We were gonna say again?
Superhero, superpower?
My superpower would be cueing music when I walk in the room. Just walk in and that would come on. It's fine.
No, it's not, Jared. No,
Yes, it is.
I always thought that I wanted to be able to read people's thoughts.
No.
I do not want that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because what goes on up here, none of y'all want to know. And I don't want to know what's going on in there. So that's out. I'd fly. I want to fly.
Yeah, you got to fly.
I think that would be amazing.
You know what?
I'd probably get tired of that real quick. It'd probably be really cold and I'd be miserable. But it'd be fun for a minute.
I used to think, look at that. See? I just stopped music. I used to think that I really would want to be able to be like Aquaman. I don't know what Aquaman does, but it sounds like somebody who can fly in the water. I think they call it swimming. I want to do it. Yeah. But really good. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And I want to fly in the water in the Indian Ocean, and I want to see if that airplane is there. Because I'm so curious. Oh, I want to like be able to know all the secrets to life. No, I don't. Not the secrets to life. I mean, like to be omniscient. Like who killed Kennedy? What happened in Roswell? Where is Malaysia Flight 370? I want to know. So you want to be the FBI? I want to be omnipotent. Omniscient. Not omnipotent. Omniscient. Yes. That's what I just said. No, you wanted to fly. I want to fly in the water, or know stuff, whilst flying in the water.
You know what? And I'm wrong, but I feel like Jared and I were kind of reinvigorated almost last season. I don't know. It was like we caught our second wind, and now our lives are very different than they were when we started the show. So I think we look at this as not just a gig, but we look at this as something really special. We look at this as a legacy for us, and we really want to nurture that and to protect it. So I think that as long as the stories are still good and the characters still have someplace to go, and he and I are still standing on two legs, then I think that I don't know when the end will come. But as of right now, he and I don't feel like backing down. So.
Further on that same sort of thought process, just to further even more, I think we both feel that, and he kind of said storylines, as long as the storylines are making us and y'all happy, and if we feel like we're going downhill, we don't want to trash the show that we all love. I love this show now, I love this character. And I have for many years, and I feel a relationship with it much like y'all do. And so I feel like, how much more do y'all want to see? I also feel like, as with 3 kids between the two of us, I both feel like he and I both want to get back to work so we can relax. Because at home it's tough. So keep us working so we can sleep.
Yeah.
All right, love you guys.
Guys, thank you so much.